And then the third title fight. This is the one that kind of gets forgotten about because it was just so one-sided, so lopsided. Bullet Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. Now, this was going to be interesting only on paper because we would talk about how obviously we feel like Valentina Shevchenko is just outside of Amanda Nunes. She is, arguably the best woman fighter right now. Now, the biggest thing between her and Amanda, why it's hard to say who's better, is more so Amanda's just bigger. And that's what makes it such a difficult and intriguing fight for her. But anybody that's in her size, I mean, she dominates them. But the thing with Jessica, it was like, man, she's a strong person. She could grapple. She can work on the ground and things like that. So the intrigue was, what happens in the clinch? What happens when it's on the ground? And Valentina isn't able to use her elite level striking ability because Valentina, she usually just dominates you by just pure volume, accumulation of just headshot, body shot, just destroying her victims. But in this fight, it was like, okay, if she can't do that, how does she find a way to win? Don't worry about it. Valentina went out there and had her mind made up from the beginning. I'm not going to punch you in the face 50 times. I'm just going to slam you on your head 50 times. And sure enough, she showed, man, strength in the clinch, the grappling ability, just ragdolling her. I thought it was Khabib Nurmagomedov for a second. I'm like, bruh, what is this? I love it. But she was just too much of a beast. And then even when Jessica, tries to do her signature slams where she's in the grapple or in the clinch and she, just uses her great strength that she has to pick up her opponents, it was a no-go. I mean, you saw her try, boom, went to the well again, and it was over. And once that happened, we said, oh yeah, it's a wrap. Sure enough, Valentina gets to the ground, puts her in a crucifix, and from there, I mean, just punching elbows. It was more of a mercy stop. We said, I'm talking to my wife. My wife was like, yo, what is going on here? I'm like, trust me, babe. I am so glad that this referee stopped this fight because her face, it was going to look real pinata-like, real jack-o'-lantern-like when Valentina got done with them elbows. But as a whole, man, you love to see it. Now, she's the intriguing one, though, in terms of what her next fight should be, though, because for me, I don't really see a lot of people that can challenge her in her division right now. I feel like for her in that flyweight division is not a lot for her. She's won 7 in a row now. It's the most in women's featherweight history. So for me, if it's not Amanda Nunes for that trilogy fight, I don't really have a lot of intrigue for her division right now. I mean, we can do the whole, all right, we can run it back and have her fight this person again and this person again. But to me, I don't really like that as much. Now, with Amanda Nunes, as I said earlier, the problem is the weight, man. She's just a bigger fighter. But that second fight was very close. Second fight was very close. Some people even thought that Valentina got it. For me personally, I thought Nunes had did enough throughout the fight that she had won it. But like I said, in the third fight, it could be intriguing. But the whole weight element, that's the biggest issue to me. But that's the fight that I feel like both of those women have to make because there isn't a lot of action for either one of them without having to go through the recycle rule. And even they're going for a trilogy fight, it's still going to be recycled. So that's the dilemma right there. But either way, I'm going to be tuned in because those ladies both can throw some serious hands and deliver major punishment, which I absolutely love to see, man.